Welcome back, everybody, to the Cirque Show 24/7. This is Book 4 Balance, Episode 4 of The Legend of Korra, entitled The Calling. So, let's get right into it. Alright guys, The Calling. This episode was really good. Not a lot of action or anything, but it got us to now we have our avatar back. We have Korra. She's back, full effect avatar. She found her avatar state, and it was cool to see. I do love the fact that in this episode, you get the kind of the conclusion of Toph training of Korra, and like really teaching her like the benefits of like just letting go, getting her head on straight. And Toph made a great point, is that you can't fight new enemies if you're still holding on to the old enemies that you already face. And that was like Korra's biggest problem, is what she was still living in the past of her old enemies, and it wasn't giving her the opportunity to like really move on because she's got new enemies. So I really like that point of view that Toph made. I do love like these little stories that Toph were telling in like very vague type ways, and it didn't seem that very interesting to Korra, and she really wanted to really hear like these big elaborate stories from Toph. But you know, Toph is Toph, so it was just great to see her like really being her like full Toph effect. I do love the fact that this episode we do get Korra. She's out. She does muster up the strength and the courage to like put everything behind her and get the rest of that chemical out of her body so she can get back to the avatar state. So now that she's like full avatar, we can get this show on the road, and we can really get to see like how her and Kavira are gonna match up and how they're gonna blend together once they once Korra sees what Kavira is really doing, how it's gonna face Kavira, and how she's going to deal with the fact that Korra is back. So I'm really looking forward to see how those two play off each other, and how they butt heads. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. Do love this episode that we get more of like the little kids with Jinora, Iki, and Milo, and just have their little adventure trying to find Korra, and just have them have little falling outs with each other, because they're brother and sister, and that's what brother and sisters do. They just fight, they argue, they bicker, they never get along and stuff. So I liked it. Milo, he's just so fantastic. He really made this episode for me just so entertaining. Just a very cocky, wise, crazy little man child of a boy. So it was just great to see him in full like Milo effect and stuff. And I love the fact that they gave him like a little love interest for like 5 seconds, and they took it away from us. But I do love the fact that they did that, and he was like madly in love with her. So it was really good. And I like the fact that we get more of Iki, because we know a lot of Milo, we know a lot of Jinora, but we don't really get that much of Iki. She's like that little oddball kid that's like out. She's like the middle child, so she's like the oddball that's always out, and no one really pays attention to her. So I like the fact that they kind of address that in this episode, and they give her a lot more to do. And at first, like, her brother and her sister wasn't really paying attention to her, but then they find out like she's telling the truth. She has like a good hunch that Korra was in the swamp, and that's where they actually do find Korra. So overall, I really like this episode. Like I said, not a lot happened, but it did move the story along to where now Korra is back in full avatar form. She's gonna get ready to go against Kavira and see how that really works out. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next week, and what's in store for Korra when she gets back, and see like what's been going on since she's been gone. So what do you guys think about this episode? Please like this video, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought. And as always, this is the Cirque Show 24/7. Be easy.